I'd be surprised if it did, though. Okay. So I assume... Oh, I don't actually have to go into the ship. I just need to talk to the uninvited, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Starts there.
Let's see how this goes. Where are... Oh, gotta go up the... There we go. So... Oh, I forgot about the cat lady. I forget. Do you actually have to talk to the bard to unlock the extreme, or can you just do it right away?
I assume you have to.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. I wonder if it's the minstrel or is the bard in the other location, Mordona.
I haven't actually unlocked it, but
I will check that because I'm actually curious.
the unlock's usually pretty much just like talk to them, get the little cutscene, that's here's extreme access.
Yep.
I don't think they even mark them anymore, they just kind of assume that people know.
I think so, yeah. So we're dealing with some more crystal bullshit. I'm surprised.
It's a new flavor of crystal bullshit.
Pretty much.
Also, bonus points if you notice the incredibly stupid thing that happens during all this lead up.
All I'm noticing is that there's some weird science bullshit they're talking about.
Don't worry, Sid has you covered.
Okay, so Auracite basically just makes big primals.
Kind of. Close enough.
This sounds like primal. Fermentation into a primal.
Yeah, the basic idea is that the energy source is the crystal instead of, you know, or vampiring you or the
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty much. They should say yeah. It's pretty much just summoning a primal. So, what you're saying is this crystal would make it so summoning primals is not actually a bad thing.
It would remove that issue.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is this awkward thing where we're talking about how the Empire is kind of. It's like, oh, it doesn't matter. The technology's not the issue, it's how you use it. I'll be honest, I'm just really hyped for Gaius. And this doesn't seem like there's going to be any Gaius in this.
No, Gaius is not going to be here. At least, as far as we know.
Yeah. So, there's a little bit of questing right to the raid.
Technically, that is correct.
So, I'm expecting one of the kids to turn into a boss, and you killed the kid. I'm just taking a guess. And I'm assuming it's gonna be the boy, but it might be the girl, which is a surprise.
Also, did you see the stupid thing that happened?
No, what did I miss?
I don't know. I'm tapping in and out, honestly, but okay, if you these things like have the essence of the people who last imprinted their desires upon them, and they kind of mind control you. Oh, cool. Let me pick it up and look at it closely.
So, question: does
Yes, sir?
Alma and Razma turn into a villain in FFT Tactics, or no?
Not to my knowledge.
Rams is the main character. Also, hello.
Hello. I don't know. Ramza's like being a gigantic douchebag. Again. Okay. Oh. Hey, Joel.
Hi.
This is stupid.
Oh, it has not yet begun to stupid.
So more Moogles are involved.
Indeed.
So I see Razma is kind of racist too.
I can't say I remember the previous set of quests too terribly well, but I was kind of under the impression that he really only ramped up the dickery after touching the poop.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Moogles either.
They're both... the.
So the main thing about this raid is we're saving a Moogle.
Oh, we're doing the anima then?
Yeah, it's a wandering minstrel to unlock Sukami. I'm gonna get that name wrong. But the extreme version of it.
Oh, they do actually still mark him. How about that?
They do. I was surprised as well. Oh, I went the wrong way. I forgot that there's another pier. But it's not showing up at all. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, like it doesn't have its own little edge or sharp or anything, but it's there.
Yeah. So he managed to get kidnapped. Nice.
Yeah, I always got the vibe it was more of an intentional, like, hey, you're going this way. I'm going this way.
Maybe? Except the fact that he was talking about he was selling like a fur or something like that. Realize I went the wrong location. I'm not a huge fan of how they're putting all these quest locations the farthest they can away from these like flight points.
Yeah, this one's particularly bad, although there's sort of a good reason for it.
Yeah, go right to back to the Swallow's Compass. Still need to do that Beast Tribe quest, I guess, eventually.
It's a crafter-gatherer thing, so if you're doing that stuff...
Never mind then.
I think I didn't remember you being interested in that.
It's on the list, but the list is long. It was not on the top list, part of the list.
Understandable.
How did he find red chocobos?
He is the least selected people out there. I see we at least don't have the previous swarm of people who are hanging out there.
Oh, they actually hit quite hard. And what? I got hit through the, That was weird. I got blown up.
Yeah. They are traditional red chocobos.
No.
They have meteor.
Well, I was saying, I was actually standing away from the thing, I still took damage to it.
Oh, it casts extremely quickly, so as soon as that circle is gone, you're taking the damage.
Cool. That's a fun mechanic, I guess.
That at least does not reoccur.
Is it just the DPS them, or is there actual mechanics to it, like you need to click something?
Nope, just don't kill them and don't get killed in respawn. Like, as long as you avoid their little meteor circle
They do no
doodads,
damage.
they basically do no damage. That is their gimmick right there. It is just fast cast meteor at you.
So just keep doing circles.
Yep. Don't forget, if you grid up, you can heal off Soul Eater.
Yep. Still very stressful.
Not arguing that bit.
That almost murdered me because I turned it around for a second to check something. Hoping that's the end of that. And you go right to the raid now.
It is not.
I hope it's not as long as the main scenario quest, then.
I don't believe so, but it can be found a bit,
Tiresome?
Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Well. Cutscene, I think. So the lizard alligator people need help. So this is like a weird mix of like Final Fantasy 12 added to 14.
Basically.
Where like the Guardians are like the Empire from that game.
I believe so, yeah.
I guess. It's weird because apparently Damaska's wrecked because the city was fucked up. Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, people have said it's not a, not really a one-to-one, just the same kind of concepts and the same name.
Well, yeah, like, in the 12, the princess is not dead.
Yeah. Minor detail, that.
Are we almost there, game? Oh, cool. We're now on doing side quests until they figure out where it is.
I'll tell you now, it's just the one.
Thank God. Oh, wow. I guess I told him to bugger off.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will not actually let you progress with the quest. It really should, but it doesn't.
I just skipped that cutscene. Problem solved. Oh, this is a fetch quest. This reminds me of pre-Heaven's Ward missions from main scenario. Cool. That's always a good thing to feel when you do this stuff. I'm being insulted by a wine connoisseur. He can eat my ass. It's like, you can't afford this. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, the quest gives a butt. That guy's a butt. So there's at least one of the butt involved in this quest as well.
Okay. See, now I'm okay with the pimp Lalafell. Okay, he's being less of a dick. But I like how you just waste skill just teleporting back and forth.
I mean, it's not the hugest distance, but it's a thing. Swear to God, if he just said he wanted random one, I'm gonna be so mad.
So I'm now... I feel bad for Drist a bit. They never really finished his story off at all.
Nope, he's just been kind of out there having a bad time.
Yeah, we just left him there. It's like that post-Moogle thing where you kill Garlean people who are trying to kill him.
Oh shit, I found Modex.
You're kidding. That
Amazing.
guy still is around?
Apparently, no, yeah, he's hanging out in Blasted Lands.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. How about that?
I heard the stealth sounded and I saw him run past me. I'm like, oh, cool. And then I saw Lobie die. It's like, wow, he's still up to it.
Okay, this got a lot better because Hancock showed up randomly.
Hancock does kind of redeem it.
I like the face I'm making about this. What a hot mess of a side quest this is. Quite literally turns a blind eye. This quest is kind of silly. I swear, he's gonna be mad about it. Fall for it. I like how the quest kind of just assumes that you're always poor as an adventurer, because you never offer to just spend money on the problem to make it go away.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it did, people would be bitchy about it. Like, oh, if you have the guild, you can just fucking bypass this quest. What? But yeah, it really doesn't.
Yep. I enjoy a huge waste of my time.
Should be about done with it though, and after that, they pretty much just point you directly at
Thank
whatever the
Christ.
fuck it's called.
I like how the gil reward is pretty much the gil that you spend teleporting around.
I mean, at least you're not out that.
Yeah.
I really am curious why they put that quest in though. Like,
Just to troll people.
I'm still stuck on this.
What are you stuck on?
That Modex is still out here in the freaking blasted lands.
some people have time to burn, I guess.
To be fair, if he just enjoys doing that, I guess it's his free time.
I mean, he's kind of butt, but still.
He's been doing it since BC!
He really enjoys being a butt, I guess.
Like,
But like, I think at this point, Miles had kids, and he's just on his off time after work and dealing with his wife. He just kills people in WoW.
no, there's no way that he has kids. No one who has been on as much as he has kids. It's like, remember, there was like for a while there where you could almost always find Modex 24 hours a day in Valley of the Four Winds. Like, it did not matter what time you were at Valley of the Four Winds, Modex was there.
Oh, I hate this fucking guy.
Right? Like, there's no option to just, like, pick him up and throw him bodily off the ship, and there really should be. We're just way too nice, apparently.
Like, I wonder if Modex hasn't played all expansion and this is a different Modex.
It's just that Modex has replaced him.
Well, like, if you haven't played for the duration of expansion, someone can make take your name, yeah. Like, I wonder if someone noticed that Modex wasn't around, and thus this is new Modex.
Could
You
be.
gotta spread the legend.
It's like, I refuse to lose enough hope in humanity to believe that someone could only gank Lobies for 14 plus years.
Well,
Because it's not like he's even good. Like, if you have any sort of like amount of gear or even remote idea how to PvP, and you're not AFK, he will run away from you. I remember kicking his ass on my freaking hunter when it was level 95. Or not 95, what was it? Freaking... Mop was 90, right? So it was like 87. Like, I know it was like halfway through level.
Hold on 1 second. Why is there an Allagun, like, orb in the actual place? What?
Where?
In the troop thing, there's an Allagun thing.
Because why not?
Just floating in the air.
Because why
Like one of
not?
those orbs.
Because why not?
I don't know, it's just
I
weird.
honestly haven't seen it.
I need to see if it's actually in the ship once you, not in the cutscene. Because, yeah. Ah, it's a storage node.
I mean, those have been around.
Well,
You think?
it's a weird thing of it didn't show up till Heaven's Ward, those node things, I don't think. They've been in other stuff. Unless, was it in pre-Heaven's Ward? Because I didn't think it showed up till Isles Lease.
Couldn't tell you. Certainly do not remember.
Oh, no. It was in the, they were bosses in the,
Oh yeah. I'm thinking at least coils.
Yeah, it was one of the coils. But, like, actual ones that talk to you, I think that's the first time. It was in Alice Lease.
I think so.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing to think about that a troop has.
I mean, I think we have a few in the Free Company house.
True, but we're adventurers.
Well, I mean, it was like a playback node, so I mean, for a troop, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe. So when they say lighthouse, this isn't really a lighthouse. This is more like a castle.
I mean, you can have castles with lighthouses. It does happen.
It's just a weird thing that they call a raid the lighthouse when they should call it castle with lighthouse on it.
Look, that's a bit too specific, okay?
Well, just why do they call it lighthouse? Just call it castle. All I remember from Final Fantasy XII is the lizard guys were like your enemies because they were like a mercenary band.
Yeah.
Now they're the kind of the, they're not the good guys, but they were good guys. I don't know.
I mean, they were originally introduced in Tactics Advance, and they are definitely just a playable race. It did, yeah. Tactics Advance came out before 12, I think.
I don't know. I didn't play tactics games, so I'm asking.
Yeah, Tactics Advance came out before 12, and there's the playable race. So, like, 12 was kind of just that thing of like, hey, we're gonna set it in the same place as all the tactics games because that's quirky and cool.
I mean, I don't think that's why they did it that way. Like, there's like one dude who this is his like thing.
Well, I'm already annoyed that I'm having to do a search mission for this guy. So I'm looking where I thought he would be, and he doesn't look like he's out there. So where is he? Okay, remember where he actually was?
I want to say like to the left of wherever you started. I pretty much found him right off though.
I must be blind because I see the other lizard people, but not him. Oh, that is him. It just, I thought it was one of the other lizard people.
Yeah, no, you got him. He's right there. I mean, you're only gonna see is lizard people, so you have to zoom in and be like, is this him?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if they're considered a beast tribe.
No real reason to consider otherwise. I mean, granted, beast tribes like that moniker really doesn't matter anymore.
That's true.
Like the freaking you could basically classify the Elzen as a beast tribe at this point. Because they have not one, but 2 primals.
What else do they have?
Knights of the Round and Shiva.
Does Shiva really count, though?
Oh. It was...
I mean... There was literally an entire sub-faction of nutty cultists that were willing to turn into dragons for.
That's fair. That probably counts.
I like how the fact that, apparently he's seeing, like, Neil, or, like, whoever I forget her name, Nail Von Darmus or whatever, the guy from 1.0. And Livia.
The guy who looks exactly like Gaius, but...
The white guy, the one with 2 twin blades.
That's a cool little touch they do there.
I guess he was the one who took over. It's just weird having Livia show up there too.
I mean, the crystals or whatever is basically just going, hey, look, aliens. You want to punch him, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Alright, well, I know where we're not going to want to quest, Kari.
Blasted Lands?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not. Blasted Lands. I can't put my finger on it, but I think that might be a bad idea.
I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, yeah, what's zones like? Oh, yeah, Blasted Lands is really... Wait.
Up the fuck hold. Also, I swear this thing he's saying here, the quote of some threat from one of those games, but I can't place it.
What's he say?
It's a long piece. In sword, HT, his fading memories.
In sword, he etched his fading memories from bone he crafted his sword. Something like that.
By sword attested, by stone revealed.
Yeah, it's from Fate.
That would explain why I couldn't place it to a game, then. Let's see, we just have the get a brain thing now, right?
Yeah, well, that and take our inventions in Firestone Point.
Right.
And the one that to enter the zone, but we kind of already skipped that.
Man,
by,
he has a very jacked arm. He must have been beating his meat a lot. It looks really weird.
He's fine. It's fine. Nothing to worry about.
It's like the last half of the I am the bone of my sword blah 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 thing.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, this looks like it is a quote of a thing, but what? What is it a quote of?
So, we failed to save the captain. Good job, team.
14 likes its references, let's be honest.
I don't know. I think the fact that no one took the crystal from the guy's hand when he was bleeding to death was really fucking stupid.
That sequence was pretty stupid. He's just like, he actually even fucking holds it up, and people are just like, no, come on, stay with it. It's like, remove the thing from the guy.
That would be smart.
Someone's plot senses should be tingling at this point, but apparently not.
Nope.
Well, I'm sure this isn't a problem at all here.
Rasmus is like a huge douchebag.
Ramza?
Yeah, whatever.
It's been a while since I've played Tactics, so I can't really comment on what Ramza's personality was like.
Apparently, this is versions from what I've heard.
He is shitting on his sister a lot.
I feel like if I recall correctly, he was not entirely a silent protagonist, but
Pretty close.
he might as well have been. It's been forever. I definitely never finished it. Because unfortunately I never actually had a PS1.
So apparently we're going back to the Garlean's home city.
Yes. Who are apparently descended from the other main character from Tactics, who was absolutely the bad guy. Well, maybe not the bad guy, just really morally gray.
All I'm saying from this is Alma's probably gonna go crazy because of Ramza.
I mean, somebody's gonna something. It's practically a given.
Get back here, you stupid Blade Master. Don't stop bereaving. This is totally not racist at all, I swear.
I mean, that was probably exactly the intended reference.
So what I'm getting from this is Alma might be the daughter of the queen? I don't know.
Maybe. That it was a racist joke, okay?
Oh.
I mean, Blade Masters do in fact speak with an Asian accent, but still.
That's not... I just thought the song reference was intended.
I mean, the song reference is obviously intended, but weird that they give it to the, like, one type of orcs that were clearly Japanese.
I mean, I should take your word for that bit.
Okay, time to go do the lighthouse and see how it is.
Good luck.
I'm sure it's a lighthouse.
It's a lighthouse, but it doesn't look like a lighthouse. It looks like a city.
I
Or a
mean,
castle.
some lighthouses had castles.
Oh, apparently it's just an ancient spire once used by the Malmaskins. It's a lighthouse. It's a lighthouse, even though it looks like a castle. Whatever.
Like I said, there's lighthouses that look like castles.
Kyrie, you can attest that it's kind of a weird thing to call it a lighthouse for how big it fucking is. And how...
Look, I can see where they're coming from. Just,
I mean, that was a really good tactic back in medieval combat. Kill their lighthouses so that all of their boats sink. There's a reason you would build castles around that kind of shit.
So it didn't immediately get in. It actually takes a bit for the tank queue.
yeah, well, I mean, they need less tanks than they do DPS, and it is still the new hot thing, as it were, so...
It is 24 mans, like they've never really been because of the whole, you only need 3.
I've been doing DPS queues for it when I go. But no, I have no idea how you tank it, if you were wondering.
No, I'm not particularly worried about it. They don't particularly make tanking hard for 24 mans.
True facts.
I mean, they make it to where one person has to do something, and then the other 2 people can just sit there.
Pretty much.
There's also another reason why I don't like tanking them. It's like, if I wanted the DPS, I would have queued on DPS. Oh look, I can queue on DPS.
Except for that, like, odd case for the... Because let's be honest, there's always that one boss where they have something that you need to take 3 of, and make sure none of it's standing next to each other.
I'm just trying to figure out how... You said there's gear augmentation, right?
Yes. Mendacity gear can be upgraded to 371 a week. requires one Rabanastra coin and one Ridorana coin, or whatever the fuck
you
they're
do the
called.
Ryumako stuff, and the Ryumako stuff requires Ryumako. It doesn't look like you require coins. It just looks like you need the Ryumako weave.
Right,
You
and then
get
you
for-
get the weave. You get the weave from the coin.
Oh.
Like, you remember how you do creation upgrades?
Hmm. So you have to.
It's that.
You have to make two upgrades.
No.
So you have to upgrade it to the weave and then upgrade the part.
I mean, the weave is just an item.
Okay, then I'm confused now, 'cause the weave drops, right?
I mean,
the
it
weave-
can.
Yeah, the weave can drop from the extreme, right? It's just another way to get it.
Or Savage, I think, as well. Yeah, basically, you can, if you talk to the second from the left NPC, they will make more sense, because they're the ones who actually sell it.
So I'm talking to the right side, and they have the Ryumaku stuff, but I'm trying to find the other stuff. I'm so confused right now.
You'll figure it out once you find the NPC, I'm sure.
Okay, the Omega Parts NPC, the one to the left of that one. Talk
So
to
you gotta
them.
go talk to the Primal Gear Exchange.
Yes, which makes no logical sense, but
You get
yes,
the
talk to
Ryumaku
them.
Gear Exchange, which requires
No, do a Wondrous Sunrise is what you want.
Wondrous Sundries. Okay, so you go to the Wondrous Sundries. Yeah, okay, so it requires both points.
Yep, and then you just take that and 360 item and go over to the other vendor you were talking to. That's how they've always done it, dagnabbit, and why change now?
Even though it's incredibly annoying.
Well, welcome to 14. We do things on tradition, no other reason.
Pretty much.
So basically get 370 gear.
Mhm.
I'm doing it.
And you-
okay.
You can get one Ridorana currency a week, so you can get one weave or glaze or whatever a week.
Lead or what?
Glaze is the accessory variant, or it should be. There's something that's the accessory variant of it.
It's not weave, because you can get solvent, polish. So there's 3 types you can make.
Yeah, so solvent should be the weapon.
No, it's solvent, and then there's polish, which is for the waste and stuff, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what it turns in for, basically.
So you
So
obviously
why
want to
would
do your
I?
weapon first.
Except you can't. I don't think. I don't think that one's available yet.
Okay, so you can't do solvent. Is it not available? It is not available.
That one is still restricted to, like, I don't know, wherever the other stuff comes from.
Which I assume is Savage Sigma.
Most likely.
This is just another way to get yourself to 370.
Yep.
I forget, you always want to upgrade your chest first, right? That's your best stat, and then I think it's legs?
Yeah, I believe that is the order.
Actually, I think they're the same stats. Yeah, they're the exact same stats. So, you can only... So I only have a 360 ring and a 350 ring, so... I guess I need to wait till, what's the word for it? I have to wait so I can have, like, an augmented version of it? Or does that still apply? Or if you have an augmented and you have a regular one and it fucks things up or no?
Oh, I mean, you can, I'm mildly distracted by the mass deaths happening here. But, so, like, same way with creation, you could have a regular ring and then you could have an upgraded ring. It's like that. So you can upgrade a ring and then get another of the regulars, but you
Okay.
can't upgrade both of them.
That's cool. That's good. Because then I'd have a 360 and 370, which is what you always end up having an issue with.
Yep.
That's the one weird thing about this game. Sometimes.
There's a lot of weird things about this game.
So when is Battle of Azeroth coming out?
August. August, yeah.
Okay, so a lighthouse. I like how the achievement for completing this is didn't stop, make it pop. This greatly concerns me on what's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, it's her. It's pretty interesting. Not particularly hard so far.
I mean, you have a tank, you can probably mostly stand in every mechanic you have. Probably fine. In fact, I'm pretty sure you stood in the worst one already.
I did? Was it the title pull thing?
The tsunami that, like, knocks you back, and it covers, like, an entire, like, quarter of the arena.
Yeah, I stood.
If you're anything else, you just, you die.
You just vanish.
Yep.
Oh no. Famford's the millennial. He's drinking Tide Pods.
Yeah, they did that.
Wait, what?
One of his abilities is called Tide Pods.
I think that's supposed to be his tank buster or something.
Next thing he's gonna have is snorting condoms.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is a thing, and I was kind of ashamed that it was a thing.
I'm sure it originated in Canada. That's why he's ashamed.
No, that is close enough to my age that it's worrying. It's not my generation, but it's close enough.
There are some benefits of being considerably older than you.
Wait, how old are you again?
Is that
Like what?
Joel or me?
Yeah,
Joel or me?
you.
I'm not sure. Like not,
I said,
not that
considerably
old,
older.
but close enough. I'm gonna say, aren't you only like 5 or 6 years older than me?
Yeah.
Which is enough, considering how terrible this, like, last generation is being.
That is true. Like, I'll be honest, I thought the Tide Pod thing was dumb, but the snorting condoms thing was like, why? Why?
People.
Plus, given Plus, given my actual life expectancy, I'm gonna say that I'm probably actually considerably older than you.
Fair enough.
Since I'm going into the what is considered to be like the last 3/4 or 1/4 of my life span, so. Which is gonna be great.
So, this first fight is definitely boring to tank.
Yeah.
I see all the poor DPS running away from water, chasing them, caught. Yeah, I think to myself, this is boring, but that just looks unfun to do. I also just like the fact that the jet damage, I'm taking 0 damage from it.
Yeah, definitely as a DPS, it's like, oh god, water everywhere, oh god.
Yeah, like the tank busters hit decently hard when I'm switching to DPS in Dark Knight. So I was just like, you know what? So many people are dying, I'm just not going to risk my life because I guarantee a healer is not going to heal me one time. I'm just going to die.
Yep.
Still can't believe one of these things called Tide Pods.
Localization team has some fun with the game. I guarantee you that was not the Japanese name of the spell.
Probably not.
It was probably something way more poetic.
And then
Hey man, there's nothing more poetic than snorting Tide Pods.
Clearly.
I'll be honest, it feels Dark Knight always feels like you can maximize your DPS, but it doesn't feel worth it.
yeah, you get super squishy if you drop through it, which is less than what you're thinking of. But that's still definitely very much an issue.
Basically just determines if I get bored and want to do it or not.
This fight and third fight, the healer is probably going to be dropped by saving stupid, if I had to guess.
Oh, really? It actually drops 360 gear.
Mm-hmm.
And you can only greed on it, even if it's paladin stuff.
Welcome to everybody's least favorite chain.
Like, it kind of makes... Like, I can kind of see why that change was made, but it is also really stupid.
Well, I'm just gonna roll on samurai stuff that drops.
Because on one hand, it does kind of suck that they're like, I want to do this thing, but I also want my Q to be faster, so I shall Q as a healer, and now I can't greed. I can only greed on things that I actually want for the class. Like, it definitely encourages people doing other roles to get faster Qs, which then, gives everyone faster Qs. And, you're still limited to one piece a year, so, like, it kind of evens out, sort of.
And then you look at the fact that they implemented this for every 24-man.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not gear limited there, so what do you do?
Again, it definitely helps all of those cues too, but it's still like, but why? The logic I get, I just don't agree with it. Granted, I also don't agree with personal loot only, so
It's specifically something to make the casuals happy.
Personal loot only?
Yeah.
See, those people are stupid. Like, they don't know how much that's going to harm them in the long run.
Here's the thing. They don't care because at this point, the only people left are casuals.
It's fair.
WoW has died. Almost all the hardcore stuff in WoW is dead. Like, let's be fair.
Oh, yeah. But to be fair, it really needs to. Like, maybe people will actually play the game to have fun now and actually appreciate that there are fun bits about the game.
That'd be nice.
I like WoD for that. There's some parts of WoD I enjoyed.
I mean, WoD just kind of had the problem of everything else was garbage.
Yeah. Like, the main issue with Legion was there's just too much. And I like min-maxing stuff. I actually enjoy it. So when it's too much for me to min-max, it's just like I don't like doing this anymore. I don't mind doing stuff like that usually. Like that just killed it for me. That's incredible.
Oh no. That did the same for me. I just got tired of it faster than you did.
So, the classic raid stuff, some ads that take a little bit of a while to die because there's so many of them that just spawn in weird phases so you can't pull them out.
Also, they don't move, also they explode.
Yep. I remember that one raid that I did, the Tower of Darkness one for the final 50, where it's just like you're killing this thing, and as soon as you kill it, more things spawn, so you can't pull it all together.
Yep.
Okay, so now there's a fire guy.
Yep.
Super exciting gameplay.
He has some stuff you gotta pay attention to.
I'm just talking shit because, like, the initial thing was, like, there was the fire, there was the ice person, and then the earth guy, and then the horse. So that's kind of nice because it wasn't an elemental. And then Argus, the king guy, who actually honestly had a lot of attacks with the horse, so it was kind of meh.
Horse guy I thought was the most boring in that one.
I think it was the issue, like, the horse guy was kind of cool initially, but then when you saw it on the, what's it called? When you saw it next, like, the next time, you realized that Argus was just a better version of the horse guy.
Talking about the first 24-man?
Yeah.
Did the horse guy even have mechanics?
Yep.
All his mechanics are basically just Argus mechanics, except like a few of the horse things.
He had a don't stand in this. He had click things. He had don't position him like an idiot when you're targeted. I think that's about it.
Yeah, he wasn't anything special.
But yeah, he did have the tank buster that you can basically completely mitigate with the spell. That was kind of funny.
Was it? Because I remember that as a paladin, I didn't have a lot of mitigation for it besides just using regular mitigation.
Well, I mean, he stacks 4 stacks of like not vulnerable, but something similar on you before he actually casts it.
Yeah.
And if you dispel those off before he actually casts the Tank Buster, it does jack all.
Okay, so basically, if a healer does their job.
I mean, it's arguably not necessary, because if you don't, it just hits about as hard as, you know, a Tank Buster.
So,
and
like,
it's actually a pain in the fucking ass to catch if you're not expecting it.
like, I just remember running that place on the Warrior because I was bored and not actually popping and, like, not even going into tank stance, just literally doing the entire fight in DPS stance and being incredibly confused.
Oh, that fight is incredibly easy if you don't stand in shit.
Yeah, basically.
I think I had like 5 stacks and I still was fine. That fight is built for like tanks who have no idea what they're doing.
Like,
I seem to recall tanks dying on it, which is why I'm confused.
Well,
I was like, I don't remember doing anything particularly wrong with that fight when I tanked it, other than just, you know, being in DPS stance the entire time.
well, the one thing I find that I do die to on horse is if I'm just not getting heals.
yeah, that'll do it. Like, you do still technically have to be healed with it.
I've had things where like my entire group keeps dying, so like they're just spamming heals like to get people up, and I just die because they don't heal me.
The benefits of being a warrior.
Yeah, Paladin's a weird scenario of like, I don't particularly like using my heal, and I try not to think about using it as a heal because it's just, it's a huge amount of damage lost. That fight is already annoying for my DPS carry because of all the fucking jumping around and teleporting he does.
Yeah, it's annoying as DPS do.
It's like, I'm like, oh, I didn't hit him enough to actually have enough holy. Cool.
Guess I'll die then.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's just, I mean, do less damage. Because, like, I can't use my Holy Spirit combo because I actually don't have enough mana. Because I haven't gotten enough mana yet.
Let's get out of here, Al.
It's a weird thing. A Paladin has, like, we have cooldowns, and then the cooldowns are reliant, part of our highest damage rotation is reliant on us having enough mana to get the buff.
Yep.
It's like, really? This fight's kind of flashy.
Yeah.
To be fair, let's be honest. You can basically describe every single 14 fight as kind of flashy. Like,
After a certain point.
I don't know. I found that the initial fight in this, besides like the jets chasing someone, it wasn't very flashy.
Do you like water effects?
Not really. I play enough games where people were gushing about how awesome the water effects were that I just don't care about water effects anymore.
I'm saying that's pretty much the only thing that you can find appealing in there.
to be fair,
But that's all he does.
To be fair, I have played the game with the best water effects I think I'm ever going to see in my life. And that is Sea of Thieves, because that's the only thing it has. What's up?
Isn't that game dead now?
Yeah, Harry. What's up, Harry?
Oh, I was just gonna say something else about 14 stuff, so carry on.
So you're not 38 yet, so never mind.
Oh, what happens at 38?
Oh, we could queue for Skull Laments, so I was pulling us out of queue so that we could have queue for Skull Laments too, but I'm not 38, so. Because like if you level up after you queue, it doesn't actually include anything that you leveled up. Yeah.
Also,
Which is-
what I was gonna say was stop standing in the clock, damn it. Sorry, carry on.
No, I want to stand on the clocks. I'll be honest, I'm just reading another screen while I'm waiting for this fight to end.
I mean, as long as you don't die from blowing up from the clocks exploding on you, which they will if you're not dodging them, then just not anything else.
I'm at 4 vulnerability, and he still doesn't really swing very hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a level of sense, because I mean, like, it probably only checks what you have available to you the once. I mean, if you.
Yep.
See, there I died, but if we're at 6%, we're fine.
Oh, did he do his ad stuff, or did they just, like, fucking explode? Assume they just fucking exploded, so that's kind of what they do.
No, I wasn't even paying attention. I just stood in the circle thing because I wanted to see if I could just survive it by popping cooldowns.
Gotcha.
So apparently getting to 7 stacks is too much.
Yeah, probably.
Taking 70% increased damage. Who would have known?
That's all that matters.
Indeed.
Yes.
You gotta have some fun in this place, you're gonna be bored.
Yeah, I just figure as long as you're not, like, your fun isn't hurting other people's fun, that's all cool.
But what if they're assholes and you love hurting their
I'm
fun?
gonna say, they don't pay my subscription, I can do whatever I want. I like that
Well,
attitude.
Then you get a recursive thing going. It's like, yeah, and also, yeah, you know, they don't pay your subscription, and you know what else? You don't pay theirs, so...
Yep, but I'm not the one complaining about their playstyle.
Boy, are we gonna get into a pedantic argument? I think we're
Yep.
about to get into a pedantic
No, I'm
argument.
joking. It's particularly
I'm going
the
to
people who
bed.
said that. Oh, you're retired?
Oh.
That was a sarcastic
You
comment.
want to avoid the argument that isn't actually gonna happen.
I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure we're both in agreement that those people are scum.
I'm probably not quite so harsh, but yeah, pretty much. So I am getting still, so yeah.
Well, I pulled these golems and I have no idea how they work.
So you see how they're casting something?
Protocol?
They're just gonna stand there until they're done casting that, and then they'll become normally tankable. With the idea being that, you know, you murder a few of them before they finish. There we go.
I will say, Dark Knight definitely feels like it's more built for AoE still.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially
Kind of
with,
always-
like, sorry, go ahead.
It's kind of always been their niche.
It's like Quietus is literally like, hey, if you use your Dark Arts on it, we refund your Dark Arts. You have infinite Quietus as long as you have mana for it.
Yep.
Where it's just like, when you use Blood Spiller for single target, you just sit there and go, this is sad.
I mean, you get to look at Blood Spiller, which is cool.
Well, I just got hit by 3 of them, and these do actually hit pretty hard, these new ones. I guess you're supposed to pull them off.
No, so there are extra targets that will show up after they cast Energized, and those need to be killed to get rid of their
Super
weakness.
buff.
Yeah. Like, I don't think you can actually make them outrage. You just have to kill some things.
Yeah, I thought they were like, if they're together, they cause issues, but it makes sense.
Oh, no. I think if the spell effects allow it, you can actually see, they get a line running to whichever one is therapies.
Yeah, I noticed this as I left.
Have you ever actually summoned any of your other demons?
No? Did I?
I don't know. Like, you got Rough Tick. I'm just curious what you got with the other ones.
Oh, like for names? This guy?
Oh, it's not as good as my Void Walkers.
What do you have?
I'll let you know. Like, I'm never going to play another freaking Warlock because this Warlock's demon's names are perfect.
So there's 4 bosses, I guess, just like the other raid.
Yep. This is the one I was looking forward to.
The mechanical guy.
Yep.
Construct 7. He has a destroy mechanic that does a shit ton of damage.
That would be his tank buster.
That thing almost killed me through Rampart. A little nuts.
Is that the actual number of these, Joel?
Yes, that's why I had to. That's why I had to log onto the character.
Gotcha, that's pretty great.
Okay, so he does a thing that he hits the ground and does damage down reduction.
Yeah, oh yeah, that one's fun.
He's making lightning and he's making fire, ignite stuff. And now you just stand in the corner.
What else you got?
Let's see. Got Bell Fire.
Sorry.
That's actually the exact same as what I got.
And then, of course, one.
Or Succubus.
Never sure how to pronounce it, damn it.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh. Also, they made her tiny.
She is small.
Why is she so tiny?
Recall. I don't actually know, though.
She's tiny even compared to a Blood Elf. They made her tiny.
Oh, I have 8 health. How do I get rid of that?
Okay, listen, look at what he says. He's gonna tell you what to do.
Divide by 5. So there's, oh,
So-
I screwed up. Divide
Yeah,
by
so-
3.
The circles on the ground have icons over them.
Yeah.
Stand in them to give you a boof.
So divide by 3, I get it wrong. What? Why am I getting it wrong? If it's divide by 3.
He's not, no, look at what he says, not what he's casting.
No, he said divide by 3.
Right.
So I stood in the divide by 3 one.
Okay, so let me give you an example. So you say you have 8 health, and he'll say something like calibrate to multiples of 3.
Oh.
So you go stand in the one circle, and you'll have 9 health, and you'll get the boost instead of the penalty. It's mass class.
I'm still a bit confused on that. So if I'm 8 and he says calibrate by 3?
You have to be a number that is divisible by 3, Fisco.
Oh, okay, I see what you're getting at now.
Yeah, so make your health, so like in
okay,
that
so
case...
it's an addition, it's addition math.
The-
And also division math.
Yeah, the circles will add 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on which one you stand in.
Okay, that makes sense. And also I could just ignore it because I'm a tank.
Yeah, I mean, you do get a damage boost instead of a damage penalty.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that's a fun mechanic.
It's an amazing mechanic. I love it.
Oh, like I just didn't get what they were getting at.
Yeah, no, it takes some getting, I think.
Find another number that's divisible by 3. Super hard to figure out, yo.
No,
It's
the fact
figuring
that
out how to
it's
make
that
happen.
math does it, because I didn't realize it's adding the number. I thought it was multiplying it.
Oh.
Yeah, the circles are not explained. The circles just pop up, and there's
Yeah.
like the one over this one.
I
there's
thought
two
it
over
was
that one.
Is this divisible by 8, like as an actual like number that's not a fraction, basically? So.
I was gonna say, 8
multiply it,
divided. 8 divided by 3 does not work.
No, because they have circles that basically give you like a thing. So like I thought, okay, it's divisible by 3. So 8 times 3, right? Would be divisible by 3. You would get 8.
I feel like that would be too easy, though.
Yes, but I didn't know what they were getting at, so I guessed.
Yeah, like once you know what the circles do, it's like, oh, okay.
And like the one before that, I thought it was actually subtraction.
He casts subtract to reduce your health, and then he casts divide to actually, you know, check if your health is correct or not.
And the circles are additives.
Oh, and on the second phase, he'll make sure you know your primes as well.
Oh wait, what you know prime numbers too? Ugh.
Yep.
I'm gonna assume
mean,
it's not difficult primes.
No, it's
Single-digit
it's single-digit
primes.
primes.
When you get those 4 to 5 digit primes,
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, he's not. Well, I mean, it is possible with bad DCs to go into that phase with your regular health value.
Okay.
Which, if you theoretically get that right, you're still fine.
I'm 8,
but
and it
Godspeed.
calibrate vitals the prime, so 8 would be. Shit. It's
3.
No, you want to get 9, don't you? No, it's not 9.
No, that's
It's
3.
Well, no, like, oh, just go to 3. I thought.
Yes.
Oh, just go to
Go to the 3 circle.
go to a prime number.
That will make you 11. I
Which
believe
is it?
that is prime.
Yeah, 11 is a prime number.
Remember, you can't reduce the health you have. You can only increase it. Now, that said, he only does that twice.
Yeah, the prime one. It's just confusing because you have to look at your health, and you have like 5 seconds basically to do it.
Quick
It takes
maths.
some adapting to.
Quick pass, Fisco.
Well, no, it's just me not thinking because also it changes the health depending on if you fail or not.
Oh, does it actually give you a health penalty if you failed previously?
Yup.
Whenever I failed, I would just die to the AoE nuke that came out, so I didn't even know that. I may have had less than fantastic failures.
I'll be honest, I'm just standing and stuff at this point.
But quick maths, Fisco.
But no, like the first one's fine. It's just the issue was he changed my health from 8 because I failed the thing.
Oh gotcha, yeah. And yeah, in that case, I didn't realize he did that, honestly.
I didn't realize it because I went to 3 and I went, oh no, he changed it.
You changed it to 3, then congratulations. You were already a prime number.
No. He changed my health to like, I don't know, I think it was like 6 something.
Yeah, if you failed it twice, I'd guess that you get a negative 2 or something, probably.
Play the Anointed, I'm gonna go back and get it.
I'll be honest, I am kind of not paying attention to it. I'm just listening, having conversations.
That's fair. Did you get the Blade of Anointed, Carrie?
I think we've been here. Haven't we been here?
We've not been here.
Oh. No.
I'm gonna get that.
I'm gonna go get that. I did get the quest though. I managed that much. I might have been a little distracted because this was the thing I was looking forward to.
I can definitely tell my teammates also don't know what they're doing because we're having a lot of trouble killing this guy.
To be fair, they signed up to play a video game. They did not sign up to do some math.
I mean, I honestly think it's less the math and more that they don't make it explicitly obvious like you used to.
I can guarantee you a lot of people would go, what's a prime number?
Yeah, well, that one's no question, I guess. But the rest of them are like, come on, guys, please.
The addition one's easy. The prime one's like, you know what? I remember that, but I can definitely understand why people have forgotten that.
Well, like, I'm good with prime numbers up until, like, triple digits, and then it's just like, ugh.
I mean, the game only asks for, like, the first couple of them, so...
Yeah.
I think the highest that you could theoretically go would be 11?
Which, to be fair, would default you as a prime.
Yeah, well, I mean, in terms of grand, you might be able to make a higher value. 13, actually. I think you might be able to go 13.
Yeah, I think so too. I want to try and do it again because now I'm kind of paying attention. Okay, he's writing variable system weapons.
Because actually he's gonna,
Slam
like,
the ground.
AoE around him, yeah.
Alright, so I'm just gonna stand in because I don't really want to move. All it does is just reduce my damage, and I'm a tank. I don't really care if my damage is a bit reduced. More math?
Oh, is he actually doing it again?
No.
I say, like, I know I've seen him live a while because people fucked up the math, but normally he just alternates between, you know, that stuff and then his I'ma spin like a top.
It's kind of boring now. I wish he would just go back to doing the math thing. These other mechanics are actually boring.
I mean, his I'ma spin like a top is annoying if you're not tank.
I don't know. I'd still be annoyed by it.
Oh, I looked it up. Apparently, if you queue for Japanese only, it actually does considerably harder problems and does them more often.
I love it.
That's funny.
Typical Japanese developer, making the game easier for Western audiences.
I mean, given how much trouble people are apparently having with it,
I'll be honest, the Japanese probably don't even want to do that shit too.
Probably not, no.
They're probably going like, why are you making me do this?
It's like I just did my homework. Like, what this shit game? This is my get away from this.
once I figured it out, I had fun with it, but
Well, it's just the
figuring it
issue
out
of
was
it.
just like,
There's nothing else to this fight.
yeah,
The firefight was a little bit flashy at least. This is actually just like whatever.
One of those cases where they had like a single neat mechanic idea and they didn't have the guts to just do it.
Yeah.
Like, you could make an entire fight off of that kind of mechanic.
Yep. Instead they make him spin around doing lasers.
Definitely, like, I definitely like that idea more than LOL conveyor belts that was Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
Did I ever mention how much I hate Hans and Franz?
I initially liked Hans and Franz, but I got sick of them after a while. Because it was really hard to tell who fucked up and killed the group.
Also just badly designed.
Yeah. Didn't do a crazy amount for me.
That fight came out around the time that Comcast and Blizzard were having their feud. Getting that fight to run on a stable ping was basically impossible.
And that fight required a stable ping.
And it was like the only one fight in the entire zone that would lag because it was just designed like so shoddily. Like if you actually go into the game's files and look at how that fight's conveyor belts work, you're just like, what why you do this? This is probably the least optimal way you could have made this fight.
Was it not yet?
Okay, so he's corrupted. He's turned into. I'm trying to remember what the guy who had the one arm, Tyrant from Resident Evil.
That sounds right. Or was it Nemesis?
Nemesis had the weird tentacle arm. Yeah, it's Nemesis.
You know, Nemesis technically had two arms, but one was just like a mass of tentacles that kind of looked like an arm.
Yeah, I think that was Nemesis. Because Tyrant just was a weird, like, man that was super tall. So he turns in from a lizard into a weird dragon thing with like a core for his center body, like a halo.
Yep.
Cool design, but kind of weird. Okay, let's do this.
The Empire is a cancer, and I am the barber's blade. I'll tell you, live from it.
Okay, so Rake is his tank buster surprise.
Correct.
Escape this!
Make sure you use the blades on White Man.
Is Yzmat? Yzmat from 12, isn't
Cool.
He is not.
he? Yzmat, isn't that like the boss that has like a fucking stupid amount of health?
Sounds familiar.
And you know what this guy also has?
Lots of health.
Yep. Although there is a trick to it. It will appear later.
Kyrie, can you check what this guy's doing? I am curious now. Or who either one of you can update. I would, but I'm tanking the boss. If I was off tanking, I would just do it though.
You would know how to spell it, Kyrie, so go nuts.
Yeah, I'm also getting punched in the face, but he is actually from 12. He was a super boss in 12.
Yeah, he was the guy who had a fucking stupid amount of health.
If you want to do the thing,
I remember it now. Yeah, like, if he's from 12, he is the guy with the stupid amount of health.
What's he look like?
Weird dragon thing with Halo.
Oh, yeah, that's that thing.
That thing that like takes like 12 hours to fucking kill.
I mean, it wasn't that long, but it definitely had more health than it absolutely deserved.
Well, I remember the one thing that people complained about is the fact that it could sometimes make it so your team healed at the full health. If you're not paying attention.
Yeah, because he would like
You are suffering.
do something, and you would use potions on him or something stupid.
No, it was, you had reflect or something like that, and basically you cast like your full heal on your party, you could sometimes reflect back to him and he'd heal the full health.
Oh yeah, that's right. He'd randomly cast reflect on you instead of himself for some dumb reason.
because of that effect, most likely.
It just made that fight like.
The weird thing about it, Kyrie, is that he'd sometimes do it and then cast his big super nuke on you. Like he definitely was supposed to be casting it on himself. Because he could end up reflecting his own big spell on himself, Kyrie.
That's fair, so that's not good AI then.
That seems like more like that was a bug.
Or they just didn't, you know, totally test him out. Because
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of health. He's at 91%.
That was actually an issue with a lot of the later bosses of 12. If you look at them, they actually have this tendency of casting spells on you themselves, but not many have. Not many of them had buffs.
Did you die?
No, I went to the wrong side, so I got a vulnerability. Did it again.
My favorite was
no, seriously.
you remember the other super boss, Cisco?
No, I haven't played that game in like fucking forever.
Okay. His AI was really smart, Kyrie.
We are kind of fucked. This is the wipe.
He would cast Doom on himself.
Genius. Not undead, I'm assuming.
Nope. He looked undead, though.
And he was dead because he cast you on himself.
Like, it was clearly one of those things where, like, I've been told that the remake he actually is undead.
Yeah, maybe it was like intended that he was supposed to be in somebody except the flag.
Granted, people have made the joke that they actually made the boss fight easier by actually tagging him as undead because he barely would doom himself, as opposed to...
Because they won't pull this other guy out. I taunted and he pulled it right back. Rip.
Yep, and... Oh, what were you saying? Oh. Yeah, just Phoenix down him and be like, bye-bye.
Like, he didn't always bug out, but sometimes he would. It was a fun little change, I think.
Undead bosses in Final Fantasy games have always been just, like, not a good idea.
Okay, so defeating Yzmat takes at least an hour at high levels, and player skill usually takes longer.
Yep. This goblin has the best disguise ever, Kai. These dwarves must be very, very drunk.
That's amazing.
The levels at which these dwarves must be drunk is ridiculous.
I gotta be a goblin. Would a goblin have a cheese on his head? I think not.
So, Kyrie, remember how the polarities work on it?
Yeah, what do you...
You just stand on the other polarity, right?
Yep. The only, twist to it is that he will start mixing other, like, move mechanics in while he's doing polarity. So, the key is not just, like, be in the correct polarity, but if he is casting Dust Storm or his other wind-type move, be in the right one or else. The other one, I want to say it's like Cyclone or something. If you're in the wrong polarity, he will just literally swing you out of the arena. It's pretty great.
That's what killed our entire group, including me, because I was stunlocked.
Stuns that, right?
I think no, sorry, I
Oh!
specified.
Yeah, so, he doesn't have a cast, like, visible cast for it, but he'll start charging something in front of his face. And if you're still standing there when he finishes, you petrify. There's a voice associated to it, I think.
So, how do you do more damage to him? Because he's sitting at like 90, he's at 90% health.
You had just got to the part that triggers that. So after he spawns 3 ads and you kill the 3 ads, his heart pops out and you kill that, and then he drops to like 50 and starts taking damage normally. Like, if you get a second, look at the buff that should be on him right now.
Oh, Yzmat body's protected.
Yeah,
oh,
so when...
body's pulsing power.
Yeah, that one. Like, it doesn't specifically tell you what's going on, but yeah. So what the hell are we looking for? A shell?
The shell and get out of there, apparently. Found it.
Oh, there we are.
You can go to 90%, he's some of the ads.
Yep.
I'll be honest. Yet again, 24 raids, not particularly very fun to do.
Not gonna lie, legit tempted to stay in there for the whole 10 minutes to see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
I'll be honest, though, off-taking as Dark Knight seems kind of boring.
Off-taking it then is generally boring.
I don't know, I think like off-taking as Paladin isn't particularly too bad because your DPS doesn't actually change much.
I mean, it doesn't really on Dark Knight either. You just get bloodlust.
You have to like Blackest Night your other tank, basically.
It helps if it'll actually pop.
Don't forget the quest.
Yep. I'm gonna get him. Like, yeah, that is true. If you want to get blood generation going, you do have to do that.
Do you main tank?
Oh, no, just shield whoever the other tank is.
Yeah, in other words, not worth it. So I got Cyclone, but I'm in the air. Okay, I'm not dead.
Yeah, he'll still throw you up no matter what. It's just if you're levitating, you're just getting walked out. I think that's how that works anyway.
It's a weird thing because like Dark Knight is. Remember how warriors used to like stand and stuff to get more damage?
Yep.
That's what it feels like for the Dark Knight.
The most annoying part is if you're off tanking to another Dark Knight and it's like, oh no, their bubble just overruled my bubble. Good night. Oh, I remember now. It's when he says escape this, it's when he's doing his extra rest.
You are suffering. It's over.
I like how after you crush the heart, you just hear me. Now you don't actually hear the other guy. Because you were hearing his voice initially, but now it's like gone. It's just he's met now.
I'm not gonna notice that again. That's weird.
Well, it's very female now, where it used to be a bit male. Oh. It's just when he says feel the wrath of my brothers, where it sounds more male.
Oh, that what happens.
Yep.
Wow, thanks, Alvin.
say this fight doesn't seem to take a while still, though.
Yeah.
Just like you.
I mean, I'm assuming that you have at least some DPS and whatnot still getting chewed up by his various mechanics. Shoot, I better give him his stat debuff and all that.
Yeah, most of my group is dead. All the healers are dead in my group.
Rip, that'll do it.
I'm just gonna sit and crit, even though I'm obviously, because I just don't want to die.
If you're in that situation, I don't know. I had a tank in the other day who was insistent, like, no, I need to sit in grid at all times so I can make sure to be, like, following the other tanks on grid. And it's like, that's why Provoke is here. Like, good. Alright, I guess, but no, you don't need to do that.
You can't argue with pretty good stuff.
I mean, we wouldn't have tried except for the fact that he was actually ripping off the other tanks and, like, the boss do it.
Oh, was he actually doing it, like, in an actual trial?
Oh, it was the same, so it was the lighthouse. It wasn't a big deal, but it was just kind of like, I mean, you can see yourself, it still gives you a spot of trouble.
But spin the dragon.
Yeah, it's an amazing ridge.
It's amazing. We got 2 people left in the Alliance B. One's a DPS, one's a healer. We had to pop our healer LB there.
See? That's what it's there for.
And then 3 of them died again from white death. Like the one thing that's just like stand on the thing. And one of them was a samurai.
And that's what you need to play while playing Spin the Dragon carry.
I just think it's funny that like the samurai died to the thing where you're supposed to stand on the dragon and not take damage.
Where? I mean, did he just get brought up from zone 3 or something? I mean, that still doesn't excuse it, because I'm pretty sure you have a gap closer as Sam, but
I
still.
died, but oh well. I'm not actually important.
Just in case he wasn't enough of a dick, he gets damage up to the last 10% of his health. Right?
Oh, cool. Actually, he also has a thing called Fred now. Maximum HP is decreased.
Yeah, that's what happens after you destroy his turret.
Your suffering is not yet over.
Well, Group B is dead again. Except for 2 DPS. That's a good start for a good start.
I think everybody remembers that version of the theme. Even though it was absolutely awful.
Wasn't it the most common one or something like that?
I mean, it was the US one.
Oh, most common is the US side.
I'll be honest and say I really like how they added Yzmat. I really wish they didn't make Yzmat exactly the same feeling as Final Fantasy Yzmat.
I think they had that thing that you're feeling right now is called nostalgia.
But like,
It's not the good
the
kind.
nostalgia. Oh yeah, I wasted time in my life killing this boss.
At least it's not like the 11 boss that actually takes 48 hours to kill.
Isn't that the one where somebody found a way to kill it and then they changed it immediately? They were like, no, not like that.
Yup.
Hasn't there, like, still not been a released way to defeat that guy?
I think there was a group that did it by just rotating people.
Oh, right, you can do it, but they haven't said, like, oh, well, it's supposed to be done this way, guys.
I shall be waiting.
I think that is the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, I gotta remember Japanese people are crazy sometimes, and the developers are crazy as well.
I mean, even after, like, the 48-hour thing, though, they were like, wait, we're gonna change something that allowed you to actually accomplish that, because no, not like that, guys.
Oh, if they changed something after that, then no, that boss has not been killed since then.
Like, I seem to remember there's two bosses that are like that, and one of them they did that for, and one of them was actually killed semi-legitimately? I don't know, I haven't looked at that stuff in a long time.
And I'm sitting here thinking 10-minute boss fights are too long.
Cool, I immediately won Construct 8 for a minion.
Hey, nice. Oh, I wonder if he dances.
What's left? The Flash of Steel Orchestra.
Oh, you also get 2 clusters for finishing it, which is nice.
Kinda nice. It's not worth it as a tank, but...
No, absolutely not, but...
Is everyone else? Yeah. Okay. I got a piece of gear, I got my samurai something, which is nice, even though I don't really use him. But still.
There you go, that's something.
Oh, time for cutscenes. Oh, so he just flat out disappeared.
I mean, I thought the preceding cutscene, like before the instance, made it pretty clear that he was being zombied.
Well, they were saying that apparently, like, the Orosite just eats the soul of the person.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what happened there.
And Ramza touches the necklace and gets destroyed.
He is not a smart boy. This is the second time he's touched the poop. I just want that on record here.
You're not very smart.
I mean, to be fair, we also touched the poop at one point, but we have, like, plot immunity or something, so...
We are literally blessed by Heidelin to not be affected by that stuff.
Yeah, presumably this works the same way, so that's a little less egregious.
Yep.
It's like, we just had this discussion about why we shouldn't be touching the poop. Why are you touching the poop, Ramza?
Like all the frozen imps.
So this is why the Mughals got involved, so they could tell us about how the necklaces are Orosite.
I guess.
Well, it feels like that's the only reason why they were included so far.
If nothing else, demonology should at least be good for amusing things happening to the constant spam of imps.
Yeah, I'm just glad you're liking it.
Yeah, it's weird to think about because it's like you're not doing really a lot of direct damage, but then it's like, I will rain imps upon my enemies, and then you're like, oh, that's why this is good.
Is the best spec.
Okay, so they're not related to the Queen, they just all have the same crystal saying, come here.
That's the theory, anyway.
Well, like, they're not Garleans, Rams on them, because they don't have that crystal eye thing.
Not racially, at least, yeah.
Remember, it's also only purebloods that have it, too.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
See, now everyone's concerned about Ramza because now he's not being a dick.
You're not being an asshole, are you okay?
Yeah, he's evil. Oh, Mom Black just flat out says, something's wrong with Ramza. Surprise. And Ramza's doing something stupid.
For like the 15th time in this quest line.
Well, I think he's been possessed now by the aura side thing, and I think we're in agreement with that. Be interesting if he was being possessed by Ramza. Like
I
the
think that's
original.
actually the prevailing theory.
Because he's not being a douchebag.
Because he's not being a douchebag. That is entirely the reasoning.
So I got my piece of gear. Cool.
We have a problem.
We do.
Evocation is on cooldown.